Welcome back to Tasting Nation, and today we are going to make our famous Tasting Nation street tacos. And we're going to do this for a family or a group of 6 for under $20. So, let's go. So let's start off this recipe by making a really simple, easy pico, starting with a white onion, 2 vine tomatoes, 3 cloves of garlic, and a jalapeno pepper. To start off, let's simply dice up these 2 tomatoes and our beautiful white onion. Now we only want a half of a white onion because the other half is going to go for grilled onions and peppers as another side dish to our street tacos. Simply slice the tomato from tail to top before dicing it into fine bits. Then cut the head off of the jalapeno before slicing it in half, and then into little julienne strips before dicing it into fine pieces. Score down with the white onion and then cut into it crossways. That way you get this nice, beautiful downward cut that keeps everything uniform and fresh. Now our garlic. Slice it thinly. And then dice, dice, dice. You want a good fine dice and not real big chunks. And then mix it all together so it's beautifully incorporated. Now for this recipe, I'm actually going to use the pico. I'm going to put half of a beautiful avocado inside the pico. Now simply score lengthwise down through your avocado and do thin strips before cutting across the wise. And then simply fold in, but make sure you add a half of a squeezed lime and some cilantro for ultimate taste. Now remember for this recipe for the pico, it's going to be 2 vine tomatoes, 1/2 of a white onion, 2 cloves of garlic, a half of an avocado, and delicious cilantro with a squeeze of lime. And not to forget our jalapeno, which is also diced. This is a simple pico you can do in a matter of minutes, and it's beautiful, it's tasteful, and this will go great with any street taco. Now, after you slice your onion rings into the circles that they're supposed to be, just simply remove the skin and just chop them into fourths. That way they're easier to separate and they will evenly cook with our beautiful pepper. These street tacos remind me of the time I lived in downtown Salt Lake City and I was working at a manufacturing warehouse, and we had a street taco vendor that came every single day and gave us beautiful street tacos. That was an amazing food truck. I loved it and I miss it to death. This is a simple reminder and a collage of just the amazing talent they have for street vendor food. Now the reason I'm taking the white onion and the pepper and making them into quarters is because, one, they're going to cook evenly and consistently. That's the #1 thing we always want to do here at Tasting Nation, for you guys to be allowed the even cooking process. That will mean our food comes out with absolute consistency, and that's the one thing that we want. Now for these street tacos, I'm going to use 2 kinds of meat. I'm going to use lean chicken, which is a great byproduct for any street taco, and flank steak. Now some people will say, well, why flank? Well, one, it was on sale at your local grocery store for less than $4. And second of all, with the meat prices being raised so high, we gotta maximize whatever flavor we can. So we're gonna hit this with SPG. SPG is Himalayan salt, cracked black pepper, and garlic powder. Now these are going to give it an amazing boost. Also added in with a little butter during the cooking process. I want to get these steaks to about 135, which is about medium rare in my case. And now, but for the chicken, we want to get these things to a temperature of 165 degrees. That way they are cooked through and through, and we're not going to have any future contaminants that are going to get in there, and we are going to make sure that things like salmonella never come up in the process. So after we're cooking these, then we'll assemble our beautiful street tacos. One more thing before we put these on the stove is that you want to make sure that every time after you're done cooking the meat to the temperature it needs to be at, that you need to let it rest each of them for about 5 minutes before you put them on a cutting board and start to slice into them. That way, the juices they lost during the process is going to reabsorb back into the meat out of the cooling down process when it hits the cutting board. And that way, you're not going to cut into them immediately and drown out all that flavor. Instead, you're going to retain that flavor, the beautiful flavor it needs for these street tacos. Now, one little trick that I've learned over the years is you want to bring your meat almost to room temperature. That way, they cook a lot easier and faster, and you don't have to babysit them. But before you ever put them on the stove, this is the process you need to do. Definitely both sides of each protein, you want to add your salt and your pepper and your garlic powder. That way, because once you put them on the stove, it is really hard to season them. Do it early. That way, when you put them on the stove, you don't have to worry about it. Now, after you're done seasoning, the one thing you need to do is put a medium-sized pan on the stove under medium to high heat, and make sure you add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. This will help the process of the browning of the meat and the cooking of the meat thoroughly. So let's go. Now, as we put these on the stove, the number one thing you want to do is make sure you put the meat in the pan under the hot oil away from you. Because if you pull it towards you, you're going to splash the hot oil up on you and cause maybe a 2nd degree burn. That's something that we don't want to do. That's something we absolutely want to avoid. So make sure that when you lay your meat into the pan, you always move it away from you. Start off with chicken. Now, the chicken in the background will take about 3 minutes on each side to complete. However, the steaks, they're going to take about roughly 90 seconds to 2 minutes on each side because of the meat texture. Now, let's keep going and beautifully, let's let them rest before we start assembling our beautiful street tacos. Now, simply take off the meat, the rest of it before we cut into it, and just let it rest for about 5 minutes. Now, like any good taco shell, you just want to simply take these out and warm them in another pan without any oil in it for about 2 minutes each side. But to maximize it, you want to take out 4 shells, and every 10-20 seconds, just simply rotate so that every single part of both sides can get evenly distributed. Now, to cut our meat. Now, we always want to make sure that we cut against the grain, not with the grain. Now, for most steaks, the grain is going to go vertical. So we want to go across this at a horizontal angle. But to make this even better, we're going to take it and we're going to go at an angle. So we're going to take our meat, put it down, and we're going to angle our knife at a 45-degree angle. And just slowly go against the grain. Now, see, that is a beautiful, medium rare piece. And we're going to continue to do this with both the chicken and the rest of the steak. One really cool concept lately that I have absolutely adored is to have the culinary cutlery board selection. Now, with these street tacos, it's kind of a pick and choose your own adventure. So basically, you just lay out individually what you would like. So you got your steak, your chicken in the back. You got your pico that we made earlier. We got our tortilla shells. We have some green onions, some white onions, some red pepper. We got some beautiful avocado and our lime and our beautiful cilantro to have everybody create their own little adventure. And it's a really cool, awesome concept to go forward with the cutlery board and to serve street tacos with your party or your guests or just your family or yourself in general. Anyway, I'm Todd Jensen. This has been Tasting Asian Food Street Tacos. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Ooh. I'm making one of these bad boys. Avocado. Get a little steak in there. Let's try out this chicken. Pico, a little squeeze of the lime, a little green onion. Ooh. And you know me, gotta have my cilantro. Kind of.